So today you'll be assembling this, not the cat. The cat is already assembled, but here we have the rear subframe, the rear arms, diff, some brake lines and polyurethane bushings. So the rear subframe has a toe and camber adjustment plates thanks to a Hutz who welded it in. We have here polyurethane bushings, subframe and rear arms are powder coated, but the rear diff was just sandblasted and protected the same as the bottom of the car. So basically epoxy primer and two component black acrylic paint, so it looks really nice. So now I'll be using this vise and my gloves because it will be greasy. For this application, for the arms, I'll be using a 85 Shore A hardness polyurethane bushings because I want rear arms to be as solid as possible without the flex and everything, but it's not a 90 Shore A because it's not a race car. Like a strawberry jam, and if it's too much you can put it here inside, no biggie. And for the rear subframe, I'll be using 75 Shore A polyurethane bushings. I chose the softer ones because the car will be a street car, so I don't want any harsh vibrations on the long trips. So this is why this softer bushing will absorb the majority of these vibrations. And how e30 bushings are designed on the rear subframe. The bottom parts needs to be flush and the upper parts needs to be outside. So this big washer comes here, and this is because this upper part sits in the chassis. So e30s have a problem of this part of the bushing seizing into the chassis. So when installing the rear subframe, I will be putting this copper paste on this part so it won't seize. And now the big boy. Yeah, it's the smallest diff e30 had, but it's still a big one. So for diff, I'll be using 58 Shore A hardness bushing. That is because of the, I don't know if I'll be clutch kicking it or accelerating it, but it will prevent diff going backwards and forwards. So it will show some vibrations to the chassis, but that's the only minus I can think of. And since I'm doing this and it's almost ready to go in, and I have this OEM plate for speedometer sensor and a rubber O-ring for the speedometer sensor so it won't leak oil. So now I'm at this point where I can start putting the subframe and everything back together on the car. So I have everything lined up here, so I will be assembling the subframe and the arms underneath the car because I don't have any other choice. as you can see. I don't have any space here, so but it shouldn't be that hard. I will take the diff now and put it on the jack, then subframe on the diff, bolt the subframe to the diff, and then the arms on the subframe. So that's the raw plan. And for here, when I had problems removing the old subframe, these bushings seized in the body, so I'll be now using this copper paste to prevent subframe bushing to seize on the chassis. And yeah, I will not bother you with this time lapse or anything, but when I'll be ready to put everything on the car, I'll let you know.
20 minutes later.
Okay, now plan B. I was struggling now for the past, I don't know, 20 minutes, and yeah, that's the plan. And the plan B is to first mount the subframe, then the diff, then the arms, because it is a little bit unstable to bolt everything up on the jack.
12 seconds later.
Here's just a little inconvenience because I'm running this toe and camber adjustment plates. I will need to cut this plate so the nut and this part of the correction kit will not be in the way each other. And here we are 3 days later. Basically I assembled everything together yesterday. I have a little bit of a problem because the end of this cable are not the same on the e30 and e36. I'm still waiting for axles to be removed from the original e30 subframe that it was originally on this car. The exhaust is just partially mounted to see how it fits and how much extra exhaust we need to finish it up towards the engine, because it's just a catback exhaust without catalytic converter, because the car was made in 87, and in 87 the cars didn't run with catalytic converter, so that's a plus for me. So I wanted to edit this video till the end, but unfortunately I saw that I didn't film the whole process. So I think what happened, because now it's already January and I was doing this in, I don't know, June, I think June. And yeah, I think when I was finishing mounting the rear subframe and the diff and everything, I think that I was too overwhelmed with things not going the right way as I planned, because it's a mix of parts that I wanted to mount on this chassis that it isn't original. So I ordered one part and it didn't came right, or it didn't fit, and then the next one and the next one and the next one, and I was just I haven't been motivated to film the process. So everything is now mounted on, and you'll see it in the next video, or I don't know when, because I was filming on and off throughout the whole process. So that's why the videos are the way they are, just a mixture of everything that I'm doing or I was doing in the video, so it doesn't have the proper timeline, or well, at least the wheels video came out good, I think. So hopefully the next videos won't be such a train wreck, and I can be in the process and filming the process and not be overwhelmed with everything. So yeah, hopefully you will see the car driving as soon as I wish for. So yeah, we see you in the next one. Peace.